Oh, that doesn't look good. So now let's do a lung function and more tests. The lung function did not look good at all. So then they finally said, based on what they saw, I had inflammation of all these lymph nodes. I mean, they were using the big C word, which I will not even give it any power, but they were using words like that for me for my lungs. And so they finally did a PET scan, and that didn't look good. They said that I lit that thing up like a Christmas tree, really, really, like all over. But I wasn't afraid or anything like that because I have a lot of faith. And I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know what. And so then they tried to talk me into a lung biopsy. I said, no, I'm not having a lung biopsy. I'm not doing that. And so I let them do a biopsy in my lymph node at my neck. I did that biopsy. Sorry, I have pollen laryngitis. So they did that biopsy and it came back and they diagnosed me with sarcoidosis. So when they said that, I was like, so what do I do now? And I had been watching y'all for a long, long, long time and really, but I've just been so healthy, and I wasn't thinking prevention. I was just, I was attacking whatever came my way, but at our ages now, it's just have to just stay on top of it. So when I reached out to you and Stanley, I just had to be very, very honest with the way I was feeling, with what they were saying to me. I mean, they were trying to scare me, even though I wasn't afraid. It wasn't that. I'm not afraid to die. It's not that. I mean, what are they going to threaten me with? Heaven? But I mean, I have a granddaughter. I have, of this group, we're doing ministry. I have a lot to do. So I think I started out, Jody, with that X39, the glutathione, the inflammation, and the detox patch. And I started that in August. And even my boss, like I did not have bronchitis, not one time through the fall and the winter. And it had been chronic. It had been every other week. I did not have bronchitis, not one time through the fall, through the winter, nothing. I didn't have anything. And then I got the darn COVID the first week of February because I was out, they want me to run for school board. So I was out getting signatures, going in everybody's houses, and I got that stupid little COVID. But that's been it, and this is pollen. So the big miracle, and which is why I haven't been on here up until now, but the big miracle is I went for lung function. I have to go every 6 months. And I went for lung function and CT scan, and they came back normal. I mean, they actually even said to me, if we didn't know, we would know. Like they said my lungs were like new.
Wow.
They used the word pristine, and I looked it up, and that means spotless, like washed clean, like brand new. And to me, I said it's prayer and patching. I got my alliteration going on. I got my 2 P's going on. I got my prayer and I got my patching.
Oh my God. And this was last week, right?
This was Friday. I got these results because I called you or texted you or something. And I was like, this is what they said. I think I got the results. I think I got the results Friday. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And we were so excited. Stan and I were doing a hallelujah dance around the house. And
because the thing is, I'm not doing medication. They gave me a breathing treatment machine. So like if I get in an old building that has mold, I might have a bit of an issue, but I really haven't. I mean, I probably used it once a month until recently, till the pollen came out, and you can hear me now. But like I have a breathing treatment machine, which I don't use. I have inhalers, which I don't use. But then I'll, when I will say this, and I don't know if it's in my mind or if it's not in my mind, but you get busy and you forget to put your patches on. Or they get buried under some mail or something because they're right on my kitchen aisle. They get buried under some mail, so you forget a couple of days, and then you think, I don't feel just right, and then you think, oh my God, where are my patches? It just makes a difference in the way you feel, and I don't think that's in my mind. I'm too skeptical for it to be in my mind.
Yeah, and don't you think a lot of this came from? Weren't you exposed to black mold for a couple years and you didn't realize it?
I didn't know it. Plus, I had when COVID first came out, and this is what the doctor said to me. When COVID first came out, I was diagnosed with double pneumonia, but COVID wasn't out. It wasn't like they hadn't even said anything about it, which we can have our own discussion about COVID, but that's a whole different thing. I don't get into politics, but so like in February, March of 2020, I was diagnosed with double pneumonia, like it was bad. And so the pulmonologist think that it started there, that all of that inflammation and all of those strings and all that stuff. And I did notice that I was like, I had a hard time like singing sometimes, you know, I couldn't like get through a whole playlist or something like that. But then when it came back like with a vengeance that year, I mean, I'm telling you, you can ask my husband, I had bronchitis every other week. I was in and out of the hospital because I couldn't breathe. Then it just finally got down to pneumonia again. And they were like, you got strings and all this. You got like your lymph nodes are all swollen. And my lung function test said that I had trapped air. Like everything in my lungs was so swollen that I had trapped air.
Wow.
And I know I'm talking a lot, but I'll tell you one more thing. When I went to do my lung function test, the doctor said, whoever the technician said, you have to score 80% on this, or we have to try it again, or then we can do a breathing treatment and you can try it again. I made 100% right out the gate, like right out of the gate. Like I didn't have to go back and do it again. I didn't have to do a breathing treatment and do it again. I mean, I was 100% like right out of the gate, and I knew it. I could feel it.
Wow.
I could feel it.
Now, before obviously you started patching, what did the doctors, what was the prognosis? Did they tell you this was just something you were going to have to live with, or you would get over it eventually?
No. They said I would live with it. And they said a lot of people with sarcoidosis live with it, but then there are times and places I would go or things I would do that would make it really flare up.
Agitated, yeah.
But I'm telling y'all, but this was last summer. I mean, this is really fresh. I mean, this is really raw. But I would go to the doctor because I'd started patching in August, and they made me go to the doctor like every month at first and then every 3 months. And they would look at me and go, I see your test results and I'm sitting here looking at you, and these two things don't match. Your eyes are bright, your skin looks good. Evidently, people with sarcoidosis don't look too good. And so they were like, you know, your skin is good, your hair is thick, you know, your eyes are bright. And I said, I know. I mean, they would literally sit there and go, well, this is what your PET scan looks like, but this is what you look like. And these two things don't match. And I tell them, I said, well, I'm patching if y'all want to know what I'm doing. They just all they say is just whatever you're doing, you just keep doing it.
Just keep doing it.
That's what the doctor said.
You hear that all the time.
They don't want to hear about it, but whatever you're doing, keep doing. Because I was trying to get Catherine on here since October because, you know, I knew she was feeling better, but she wanted to wait till that.
I wanted that test. I wanted that test because one CT scan was the same. It was like, there's been no change for that. And I was like, I'm not getting on there and say no change.
Well, to go from someone that was supposed to live with a basically terrible condition the rest of your life to,
well, they call it a lung disease.
And now you're pristine.
Christine, if you guys
prayer and patching.
That's what
that was her word. And that was her word. That was not even my word. She said, you know, I'm an English teacher, so I know words, but she said that, I was like, wow, that is a major word. And she said, they're like brand new lungs. She said, if I didn't know, I would not diagnose you with anything.
Wow.
That's what she said to me. I know.
Awesome.
I
know. So excited about having you on, and sorry that I didn't recognize your name. And thank you.
I was wondering because I was like, they don't think I'm here, and I was like, Jody, I'm here. I've been here since 5 days.
Well, thank you so much. And some people came in late and wanted to know how long you've been patching, but Catherine's been patching since August. With X39, Eon, and glutathione. Yeah. And I'm
looking for weight loss. I need to lose 20 pounds. I'm 63. I'll consult Stanley. Okay.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for getting on. And we just appreciate it so much.
We love you, girl.
I love y'all so much.
Well, you made it to the end, and I'm so proud of you. Please subscribe to my channel to learn more. Thanks so much.